Let me ask you something. What are the two things every man wants unconditionally? Heart-pumping action and the touch of a woman. Now let me ask you this. What do you think happens when you remove a man's need for love and validation from a woman? Just like with gambling, they'll just double down. Now sure, your wife left you, your kids hate you, your neighbor complains about you, your education for shit, your debt is astronomical, and you still need to sneak into your house so that your landlord doesn't notice you 3 months after he sent you that eviction notice, but everything will go back to normal. I just need to hit the jackpot once. Those examples have nothing to do with my personal life, and they're purely hypothetical. The point is, you gotta double down, fella. You gotta get the heart race and make it pump faster. Come on, brother. I put it all red 47 times. 4 years gonna be this jump. Sorry, I don't know what that was about. But back on topic. I need to ship this video quick, so I'm gonna keep it short like me. Space Marines is a fucking awesome game. A game so absolutely gracious in spectacle and exciting in presentation that you won't even notice how short it is. See, unlike Clash of Clans or Genshin Impact on your wallet, this game respects you. And it respects your wallet, your fun, but most importantly, your time. It shows big brolic men being badass, and being a big brolic man being badass is exactly what you'll do. There is no philosophical conundrum or big open world to discover. You just have one place to go and a little detour to fill up your ammo bags, and the story is so simple you could fit it in a fortune cookie. You see a heretic? And you should have. This game doesn't bog you down with any moral or ethical dilemma or questioning whether or not you are doing the right thing. The only question you have is, how the f do I turn this heretic into Heramis? The answer? Warthog style. Which brings us nicely to the sponsor of this video, Gingivitis. Yeah, back to the last point, how to kill. Yeah, I think that's it. Lucky for you, the story can be completed faster than it takes getting over it to give me a brain hemorrhage. This combat system, much like Coitus, comes in huge variety. We have chlamydia, herpes, hepatitis A, B, and C, human immunodeficiency virus, human papilloma virus. Wait a minute, this is my test result. Oh, okay, here you go. Here are your appetizers, baby. You got your knife fitting in it, considering whoever is the Space Marines in it, bro. C tier. Next up is your change. This is like your basic bitch at first sight, only to find enough piercings across her body to make a magnemite gel. B tier. Your power axe. It's the physical manifestation and subsequent weaponization of the noise that happens when you scratch at a plate with a fork. It's painful, it's ugly, and nobody's laughing except you, because goodness gracious, it's just too fun to stop. B tier. Then we have the big one. The biggest one. The God forgive me, Bertha, get your fat ass out of the fucking line, because we both know you're gonna steal it from me. The Thunder Hammer, or as I like to call it, the low tier. This is so grotesque in size and monumental that you need a Carhartt hoodie just to wield this shit. It's so glorious it surpasses the glory hole. This is what turns the bitch make into men. Pair this shit with the jump pad and congratulations, you have achieved nirvana. And yes, that sticky white explosion of peace in your pants is common for this. Unfortunately, this hammer slides in a condom and cuffs you from using any other weapons other than the pistol and bolter. But it's a necessary sacrifice, as pairing this with the last cannon might even be too much dopamine for even the most attention deficit brain rotted children. A tier. Now let's get on to the entrees. First off, we have the dinky little bolt pistol. As the name says, it shoots concentrated chunks of piss and damages just as hard by slightly offending them. F tier. The bolter. The motherfucker with a purpose. It's like the Batman Arkham City, but for guns. It won't blow you hard enough to make the face of a yellow orb, but it prolongs it. The Kraken bolter just adds more time. A tier. The Stalker bolt. Much like my dick, it's disappointing in size and doesn't last long, but does it ever stop at one? No. A tier.
What makes me a good demo man? Let's do it!
C tier. The twin bolter, much like twin sisters, is the one that makes me unload the fastest. They did the simplest they could and multiplied everything from the bolter twice-fold and turned it into one singular amalgamation of bullets, and I'm enthralled. It has bigger magazines than pseudo regalia, and the fire rate is just fast enough to awaken that little bit of PTSD-riddled DNA your grandfather passed on to you. S tier. And in the same way the twin bolter awakens your PTSD, you can give your enemies the fistful they need with the last cannon. Look at Tyler, he's all ecstatic, he's all puffed up over his soon-to-be wife. S tier. Now if you're dealing with something a little bit chunkier, I have the solution for you. Plasma weapons. With the pistol now switching from chunks of to chunks of shit capable of being charged into little spicy diarrhea blobs. D tier. And the plasma gun making you able to unload your manhood onto the greeners' faces and edge that shit till you enter the peak and let loose even after you. C tier. In stark contrast exists the Meltagun, using a lot of lasers and makeshift dragons free from TF2. This eviscerates anyone as long as they're about tip distance from you, and ensures anyone near enough to see the carnage doesn't get to live long enough to process it, or in other words, A tier. I think that's it for ranged weapons. The mountain was S tier. I don't have to explain myself. Now to know what you're using these weapons on.
Don't care.
Anyways, that's all I can say for now as my time is being cut short. But I can't guarantee a sequel to the Elden Ring video is already in progress. Thank you for the support, bro. I do like that. I promise I'll make a longer Space Marines 2 video. For now, I'll just leave you with a little...
These nuts. Got him. Got him.